All right, we're back on NFL Weekly Predictions to talk about the second.
Steve,
what
what's
are you
wrong?
what are you so glum about, chum?
I'm depressed.
Oh, why so sad, Brad?
Did you already get the results in for this week's games?
No.
Oh, what's got you so down, Mr. Clown?
When I watch this game that
Yeah.
we're about to talk about,
Yeah.
the Bills and the Chiefs,
Yeah.
I will know that there's only one more game left in the season.
Oh, I know,
Oh.
right? I know, right? And
Somebody get the man a tissue.
well, and the other thing about it is the Super Bowl is going to be a letdown because you know that the best game of the year, or one of the best games of the year, is one of the conference championship games. It's like that almost every year. Almost every year.
Well,
Super Bowl is always
all
a
I can
little bit of a
say
letdown
is
after the
this.
conference championship games.
Not necessarily. I can remember a certain guy that plays in Tampa that wasn't playing in Tampa against this other guy who was somebody's little brother at the time, and that turned out to be one of the best Super Bowls ever.
Okay.
Do we know who we're talking about here?
Enlighten us, Sizzle.
She's talking about
Patriots
Eli
versus
Manning.
Giants.
Yeah, that was a great
Oh,
Super Bowl.
The
yeah.
first one with
David Tyree's helmet catch.
That's it. That was
David
one of
Tyree.
the best.
Look,
David Tyree had like what,
Super
20?
Bowls
ever.
What did he have? 20 NFL receptions all career.
I don't know, but the Seahawks game against the Patriots was good. There was a lot of good Super Bowls. You
We've
can't
had
dog.
several Super Bowls this year.
People
that
didn't
have
like
been
the
very
Rams
good.
and Patriots. It was a defensive game, but it was intense.
Well, I'm
was
just
intense.
saying that we're due
Rams and
for
Patriots
a
What about the
boring
Falcons
Super Bowl.
blowing it and Brady coming back with that big ending? That was a great game. The Eagles.
But I'm saying, by and large, in my experience in my lifetime watching football, it seems like more often than not, the best game in the postseason that everybody gets thrilled by is one of the conference championship games.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time. Of course, there have been great Super Bowls. And yeah, you mentioned the Rams Super Bowl.
yeah.
What was it? Rams Titans.
Well, Rams.
Patriots.
Rams Patriots. Yeah, that was
A defensive.
maybe the best Super Bowl that I ever saw until the Brady come from behind.
No, you're probably talking about the Rams Titans.
Rams Titans. Yeah,
Rams
what was that?
Titans, yeah.
2000,
Not the
2001?
Rams Patriots. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
was like
Rams and Titans.
2000.
99, 2000. That was
2001 or 2000 or something.
anyway.
like that.
You know, back then Rams Titans. That was the game.
Yeah, I can't
until
remember.
Atlanta collapsed, and then that became, in my opinion, the best Super Bowl.
I don't know. There's so many I've liked, but we're going to talk about the Bills and the Chiefs here.
You know what's really interesting about this matchup, Steve? The Bills have, for the last 20 years, been futilely flailing in their division and getting the ever-loving snot kicked out of them by Tom Brady again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Tom Brady leaves on a free agent contract, doesn't just switch divisions, switches leagues, goes to the other conference entirely, to the NFC. They don't have to worry about him anymore. And it opens up this massive chasm in the AFC. The Bills step in, they start kicking ass, they win that division, and the ironic thing will be that if the Bucs win, the Bills will be rewarded by having to go up against Tom Brady again.
Well, you
I
picked the
mean,
Packers, though.
I know I did. I'm saying if the Bucs win, that will
So you're
set up.
saying the Bills are going to win this week?
I'm not going there yet.
Oh,
I'm not
you're
going there.
Well,
just
this
yet.
is what we're talking about. Is this
We're
game?
leading up to. This is foreplay,
Oh,
okay?
a little foreplay.
You got to get her warmed up.
I don't think they want to be stroked anymore. I think they want to hear what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on.
Tell us.
First off, let's talk about both of these teams real quickly here. We'll start off with the Buffalo Bills because that game was on Saturday. The Buffalo Bills played a great game, kinda. The Ravens did shut them down, and it just goes to show you what I've been saying all along about Lamar Jackson. He can't throw the football. He big situations. He blew it again through a big 101-yard interception, longest pick six in Buffalo.
It was terrible in that game.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Terrible.
Look, I got nothing against Lamar Jackson. I think he can be good, but he's not there yet, and everybody's anointing him. Now,
He got his playoff win, though, and you said that would be a big thing. You said his big first step would be getting that playoff win, and he got that monkey off his back, so you got to give him credit for that,
I
right?
picked him to win because I didn't think Buffalo could stop him running the ball. Now, they came up with a new defense to do just that. Leslie Frazier, former Minnesota Vikings coach, did a great job with that. Now, speaking of anointing people have anointed Patrick Mahomes the greatest quarterback of all time. He's the best thrower of the football.
He's a
god. He's this, that, and the other. I don't think so. I think he's very, very, very good, but it's too short in his career to be giving him all this accolades. I got to see 10 years. I got to see.
Oh, I mean, of
I got to
course.
see. Can he do it over 10 years like Tom Brady did, like Aaron Rodgers did, like Brett Favre did, like Dan Marino did, like Joe Montana did?
That's all true, but you gotta like the start. Sizzle. what
I
you
do
got?
like the start. Wait a minute. I'm not done with this.
I know you're not done with this, but I'll just say this: per Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes has 44,740 versus Tom Brady's 4630.
I didn't understand a word you said about that. I was very
I said
confused.
47
She's talking about
40
passing yards.
versus Tom Brady's 4630.
Oh, okay. I get that. I'm just saying that, look, Patrick Mahomes is a very, very good quarterback. I just can't anoint him one of the greatest of all time because I haven't gotten 10 years of him.
Right.
But here we go with the Chiefs. Now, first off, we don't know because we're filming the show on Wednesday. It has been said that Patrick Mahomes will probably play.
He played in practice today. He was in limited fashion. However, that having been said, even though he has not cleared all of the concussion protocols, he cleared enough that he was able to practice on a limited basis. And here's something key, Steve. He played every snap with the offense during their practice today.
Well, that's great because I'm telling you, if Chad Henne plays, the Chiefs have no shot.
Of course. And if you thought that the Chiefs might suspect that Mahomes was going to miss, don't you think they would have given Henne at least a few plays with the offense? They didn't give him anything. It was all Mahomes. Obviously, the Chiefs are completely focused on him playing and believe that he will. So I'm just going to say that.
All right, well, let me get back to this game and tell you my thoughts on it. Okay, because like I said, the Chiefs, we all know how great they are on offense. We know they can score immediately. Buffalo's defense is pretty good. I don't think they can hold the Chiefs to under 25 points. I just don't think they can do that. The first time they played the game was relatively close. But I think, quite frankly, the Chiefs were taking the Bills for granted. The Buffalo Bills had not gotten on a roll the first time they played. And now that the Bills are feeling themselves, Stephon Diggs is in his zone. Beasley's doing what he's got to do. The Bills, but the Bills don't have one thing, a running game. They have no running game. That means this is going to be an aerial. This is going to be pass. They don't have the tools to run the football the Buffalo Bills do. So in a shootout, you got the Bills, you got Mahomes, and all those weapons. It's a no-brainer for me. You got to go with Patrick Mahomes because if they're going to just throw the ball all the way down the field, the Bills are. If they're going to just throw the ball, and they don't really have a running game, how can you? It's going to be one of those matchups, score for score. I don't think the Bills can match score for score with the Chiefs.
I'm going to see if I can get through this without, vomiting. But the Bills do have one guy at running back.
Who?
They have Darryl Singletary. Oh, God, I almost
Devin?
did. Devin Singletary. Oh, God, sorry, guys.
I don't know why you're so upset with Devin Singletary.
Because I owned him in fantasy for a while this year in several teams. And
Devin Singletary is not that great, and therefore, and that's what I'm saying.
And by the way, also practicing today was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He did practice today as well, also in limited fashion. He's expected to play, apparently.
Well, how are the Bills gonna beat the Chiefs if they don't have a running game, and the Chiefs know it? Okay, and the Chiefs know it. So I'm just saying that the Chiefs got good coaching. Andy Reid, after what he did this past week, because Andy Reid won that game. Chad Henne did not win that game. That fourth down call is the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs won that call.
Henne didn't get the call from the sideline and then say, "No, F that, guys. Come here. We're going to pass."
Hats out for the Browns. They did a heck of a job in that game. It was a thriller.
Seriously.
It was really good.
We were talking about that off camera.
I love what Baker Mayfield did in that game. I thought he was fantastic. Personally, I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought he threw a lot of great balls.
Good for them.
But the Bills are winning the game. I'm waiting to hear from you. I'm sorry, not the Bills. The Chiefs are winning the game.
How many points? How many points? Give me some
I don't
points.
know. I don't know.
Give me some points.
I don't. Five.
Oh, come on.
Five.
Okay.
6.
All right. See, was that so hard? Now, see, that was all great. You know what? I'm going to let Sizzle go next. Sizzle, I want to hear what you have to say about this.
She's in love with Patrick Mahomes.
I love Patrick Mahomes.
God, who doesn't?
Oh
my God.
Obviously, Steve. But
people
that's
in their
beside the point.
division.
I like him. I just said he hasn't, I haven't seen enough.
All right.
I'm sorry, I got a headache.
All right,
I
here we
might have
go.
been
Here we
concussed
go.
here.
This is per game on all of these right here. Okay, so what we have is the Chiefs are first and the Bills are third in passing yards per game. Rushing yards per game, we have the Chiefs at 16th and the Bills at 20th. Total yards per game, we have the Bills in fourth and the Chiefs in first. So passing yards against per game, you have the Bills at 13th, the Chiefs at 14th. Rushing yards, 17th for the Bills, 21st for the Chiefs.
They're all close.
And total yards is 14th and 16th.
They're all close.
As far as stat leaders go, we have Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes, 45-44 to 47-40.
Passing yards, yeah.
Passing yards, yes.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, you have Devin Singletary against Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Eller.
Okay.
Yeah, the H is silent. That's
okay.
fine.
All right. 687 to 803. And then you have Stephon Diggs at 1535 versus Travis Kelce.
What a season Diggs had.
1416. So that's where our stats stand for.
Yeah, but who's winning the
those
game,
guys.
Sizzle?
The Chiefs.
You got the Chiefs winning.
I got the
How
Chiefs.
many points?
The sea of red.
He's taking 5, I think you said, right?
5
Yeah.
or 6, he said, yeah.
What do you
I think I have to go with Steve on that. 5 or 6.
Between 4 and 6.
Well,
That's fine.
you know, I've been trying to catch up with you for several weeks now.
Oh, why?
He's picking the Bills.
I'm running out of time to do it. I didn't have to make a move this week because obviously I'm only one back of you now.
Oh, that thing. Oh.
And
Don't worry about
but
Go ahead. Pick your boy in Tampa.
when it all comes down to it, I'm pulling a sizzle. I'm going with the black eyed peas technique.
Oh, you got a feeling.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Come on, Bills Mafia. Stand up. This is your time. The Bills want it more. The Bills are going to upset the Chiefs, and they're going to win this football game. And they're going to, and you know what? Maybe I'm caught up in it. Bills by 6. Bills by 6. I'm going to say, what's the over/under on this game, Sizzle?
I believe it's 50.5. Give me 1 second on that, and I will let you know. It is 53.5.
And what's the point spread? Is Chiefs by 3? Is that correct?
Yes.
That's only because they got home field.
All right, I'm taking the Bills 30 and the Chiefs 24. That's sort of that. I have spoken. If you like The Mandalorian, then you know what I'm talking about. I have spoken.
Do I get a rebuttal on this?
Of course you do, but you wanted my opinion, didn't you?
Right. Well,
I'm feeling the Bills. The Bills want it more, dude. That's what it really comes down to.
I believe
the
that.
Bills want it more.
I believe that.
They're going to find a way. Josh Allen is going to go in, become a legend in Buffalo, in northeastern New York. That's it. Buffalo wins.
Oh, if Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, they'll be able to stout you out of it.
Oh, of course.
But I'm just saying here.
Rightfully so.
I just want to make sure I get the proper explanation from you that I'm looking for.
Okay.
You're telling me the final score is 30-24 Bills. Is that correct?
Sounds good to me.
6 points. You're telling me that the Buffalo Bills are going to hold the most highest powered offense we've seen in a while. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and amongst others, to 24 lousy points?
Steve, remind me something. We're going to go back in time just a little bit to a few days ago. Who was the hottest team in the NFL coming into the weekend's games?
The Dallas Cowboys.
No. The answer is the Baltimore Ravens. How many points did they score against the Bills last
Well, they
year?
should have scored 10.
How many points did they score?
Well, they only
against
scored
the Bills?
3 points.
They scored 3 points. The hottest offense in the National Football League. The Baltimore Ravens were rolling.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And they rolled into a brick wall. And the drivetrain dropped right out of the vehicle.
No. First off, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, not even close. Not even close because Patrick Mahomes don't know how to throw a football. He can run, but he can't run like Lamar.
I am not saying Jackson is a better quarterback than
Not
Mahomes.
even close.
I'm saying they were the hottest team in the league. The hottest. That can't.
Hollywood Brown,
8 out of
Tyreek
10
Hill. Who
people
you
would
got?
agree. Huh?
Hollywood Brown, Tyreek Hill, or Travis Kelce. It's not even close. They don't have the weapons. The Bills ain't going to be able to cover these guys. Where Andy Reid will
Bills have
dial
an
up some
up-and-coming
plays.
quarterback, Josh Allen. They have Stephon Diggs, who's had a legendary season.
They're going to score some
He's been
points.
one of the best wide
They're
receivers
going to score
in
some
the game.
points. But I got the Chiefs in this game. You
That's
got the
fine.
Bills in this game.
I do.
I know. And if you win, you get to catch me, which leads it down to the Super Bowl of who will win.
I'm going to be posting. I'm the one that posts a lot of these links. I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know. Bills Mafia. I want you to let him know. I want you to call him out. Let him know this is your time. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Have fun with the game.
I don't
Bills.
mind being called out by Bills fans. I have nothing against the Bills. You know me, I love everybody, right?
It's true.
I just
It's
don't
true.
think
He
they-
really does. He's a big teddy bear.
I just don't think they can win this game. Now, would I like to see the Bills win? Absolutely, because Bills fans are due.
They are over.
They are
They are
overdue.
overdue. They want it more. The Chiefs have not looked like themselves the last couple of weeks. Patrick Mahomes is coming off a concussion. There's a lot of reasons.
If this
to
game
like
is
the
in
Bills.
Buffalo, I'm picking the Bills
I understand that.
because of the fans in
So
Buffalo.
again, like we did last segment, if the Bills win, it's not going to surprise you, right?
No, it's not. If the Bucks win because I picked the Packers or the Bills win, it's not going to surprise
These
me.
games are close.
The
These
only
games
thing
are
I'm going to
close.
say before we close this segment out here is this: every year in football, what usually is supposed to happen doesn't always happen. A lot of times, at the beginning of the season, people are anointing the Chiefs to go back. Oh, the Ravens are hot. Nobody picked the Buffalo Bills. Tom Brady gets all these players. Green Bay, well, they're not that good. They got lucky last year, yada, yada, yada. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Packers or the Bills got in because at the beginning of the season, a lot of people wrote both of those teams off. It's always one team is, who you don't think they're going to get to the Super Bowl, and then they do. And this year, it could be.
And remember, I've been
The Buffalo
pumping the
Bills.
Bills for most of the season.
No, you were the Titans. Me and you were with the
Titans
Titans.
and the Bills out of the AFC, both of those teams,
Yeah.
Titans and the Bills, I've been
Gentlemen.
hyping up.
I'm hot on the Dolphins.
Yes, sis.
Gentlemen,
Yes,
I
sister.
have a question.
I have an
Do
answer.
you remember the first week?
Barely.
Yeah.
Who was it that you picked?
I picked the Chiefs, and then I switched my pick to the Ravens.
You picked the Chiefs.
No, you switched your pick to the Seahawks.
Exactly.
No, I had the Seahawks in the NFC.
Oh.
Okay, and then they lost, so they're out. So and then I had the Chiefs
So
originally.
he accidentally
and then-
picked the Chiefs, and here we are.
No, I picked no. The Chiefs.
I love it. That's great.
No, the Chiefs are not my Super Bowl pick. I switched off of the first week and went to the Ravens. I switched, and that was a valid switch. I switched after week one. I do not pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl. I picked the Ravens, so I'm wrong.
What would have made it invalid? Would have been week 2? Week 3?
Yeah.
When's the cutoff?
Yeah.
From a valid switch to
Yeah.
an invalid switch.
Well, we picked the Chiefs.
I'm just
before
curious. It's an
before the first
existential
game,
question. I
Before
know.
the first game, we picked the teams to go.
I know.
And I picked the Chiefs before week one. After week one, I wanted to change my pick, and I switched it to the Ravens.
I'm just saying.
Which you guys said I couldn't do. So by your standards, I'm right if the Chiefs
Oh, we
win.
accepted it. We just gave you a bunch of grief about it.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
I don't
saying that
accept it.
You said that was a valid switch. So what week would have been an invalid switch? Week 5?
Anything
week
after
6?
week, anything after week 2.
Anything
When's
after
the
week
cutoff?
2.
Anything
Right,
after week
because
2.
he set the template for it. So
No,
that's
I
what
just
it is.
after one game, I forgot that teams
I love you,
don't
Steve
win.
Champagne.
People don't win back-to-back Super Bowls. The Chiefs won
Steve.
last year. They're not going to win the Super Bowl this year because the Packers or the Bucks are going to win the Super Bowl, not the Kansas City Chiefs. And they'll be lucky to win this game, even though I'm picking them. So that's all I got to say about that. You want to close this thing out?
Remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
Oh my God! Thought you were going to give us a great segment.
I
here.
thought so too.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
Love you guys. Hey, hang with us. Next week, we've got a special show coming up.
Special
We're
show.
going to start doing some off-season rankings of the greatest position players of all time. We're going to debut that next week. We're also going to have, we discussed doing a special postseason wrap up. Kind of going through what.
Yes, we did, and we talked about the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. We know who's number
that'll
one on your
lead
list.
off the position.
We know who's on your list.
And we'll be doing that, in the weeks to come. We plan on doing broadcasts well into the off season. Maybe not all the way through, but we're going to cover all the positions, and we're going to give our 5 favorites for each position. All time. It's just going to be something fun that we'll debate. Plus, make sure you like and subscribe. We've got all kinds of goodies in store for you next season.
Oh my God!
And the earlier you get in on that,
the better you're going to be.
The more chances you're going to have to win some swag, to maybe get entered into some contests. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be looking for a lucky fan to join one of my fantasy teams next year. Mm-hmm. All right? So make sure you like and subscribe and pass this along to your friends. This has been NFL Weekly Predictions right here on TCS, the Cheap Seat Sports, where it's always good.